Good morning. So longest stay of the year, 18 hours of beautiful sunlight, hopefully, and we're in Sheringham. So decided to put on a bit of a walk with some friends and raise a bit of money for charity with the idea of starting off at the lovely Sheringham, and we're going to walk 18 miles in 18 hours as photographers, which as we all know is very slow, and we're going to hopefully end up in Wales next to sea, and we've got a beautiful day for it, to the point where I've got my white legs out, a pair of shorts on, and we'll see what happens. So I think we have a little bit of false advertising going on here. Now this looks quite interesting, the Pie Man, all day breakfasts, but he's not open, and he says all day, and I'm bloody hungry already. So yeah, it is 10 past 4 in the morning, it's 12 minutes away from sunrise, so yeah, we just got to walk down the high street here, down to the promenade, meet up with a couple more people, and we're going to start getting a bit of a stomp on. Well, there we are, Sheringham at sunrise, about 5 minutes away. You should be able to make that out behind us there as well. Sheringham on the longest day of the year, and the sun's about to come up, and we're making a bit of a stomp. Let's see what we can get up to. So first composition I'm picking out is straight down there on the rocks, beautiful greens, slightly longer exposure on there, and we should be good to shoot on that. Here we have it then. Is the longest day of the year. The sun has just popped up over the horizon. You might be able to see behind me there. Have a little look. And started off the day, I think the theme of the whole day will be as long exposure. So 25 seconds, 3-stop hard grad dropped in there as well. ISO 100, tightened up the aperture to about f13. And yeah, sun's just popping up over the horizon. It's going to get hidden behind that bank of cloud as well, which is there, which might be quite handy. But yeah, we have Paul here as well. A lot of the group up there. There's a happy couple sat up there, scoffing a bottle of wine as well. 4:30 in the morning on a Friday. That is just the life, isn't it? So yeah, I'm going to see what I've got here and get ready to rock and roll. Well, there we have it so far. So sun came up 4:29 and rattled off a couple of compositions on the side there. So yeah, we're essentially, this light is just bouncing off the you see the green on the cliffs up ahead. So that's where I shot that really nice beach photo last year. I'll stick a link into that so you can see that as well. From last year, I love that shot, the colour of the green and then the colour of the beach huts as well. But yeah, gone for something different. Nice sound of the waves, a few of us dotting around on the beach now, a few people pushing further up as well. But yeah, you can start pushing along so we can make a bit of speed, get on the move, and we'll be good to go. So, next location we've got to is this nice shelter up on the far end of the town of Sheringham, and have a little look at that. Composition wise, have a little look. So yes, it's now 5:30 in the morning, and we've done a few of the sea defences down on the beach. So we're now headed up on top of the cliffs. But yeah, really nice and simple on this one here. So polarizers dropped in there with a hard grad just dropping in over the top, slightly angled off. Have a little look. And that's just balancing out that light coming in from the right hand side of the frame as well. So in theory, should just tidy things up a little bit more. Polarizers on there as well, cutting back the glare on the water a little bit. But the key thing here is I'm really getting the light on the pillars and the back end, which of the shelter there as well. So that's going to help with the framing and the detail running through the whole shot. Reflection's really nice as well. So I've got the 6 stop in there as well, and that's just really brought the detail out, smoothing out all the lovely water as well. So yeah, time to stomp on a bit more along the coast. We're now going to be heading off that way, over the golf course, over the top of the cliffs, and try and find some bacon. Well, we've been walking for about 2 hours now. Don't know if you can see in the frame here, but got these little birds flying around. And I think these are the ones it was all kicking off about people nesting and putting nets up because they were nesting. I want to say they're sand martins, but probably going to be wrong. But yeah, we've had a fair old stomp up and down. I don't know if you can just make out the shape of the cliffs there. Yeah, over the golf course, and we're heading along. Yeah, been a few nice little competitions along the way so far, but it's just so peaceful. It's absolutely chilled out. Got my shorts on, got my boots on. This is just what I needed, it really, really is. It's been long overdue, just going for a big old stomp. And yeah, we're thinking about breakfast now. So I think our first stop is really going to be at Weybourne, and we're going to hopefully be able to get a fry up there, have a good bit of a munch. But composition wise, it's a little bit uninspiring here. It's really well kept. You've got this golf course just off here, look. Yeah, it's doesn't really lend itself much to me, to be honest. I'm looking for more of the sea defences, the groins and the rocks and the beaches, and obviously tide's coming in, so high tide is around about half nine mark today. So and all we've got down on the beach down there is shingle. It's a very well kept beach as well. There's no like driftwood or anything like that normally laying around on it. But once we get down to Weybourne, we've got some nice boats down there. There's a couple of bunkers, like little World War II pillboxes. So yeah, it's a fair bit to go back. So yeah, for now then, catch you in a bit. Well, stomped to the pilot cottages, not far from Weybourne, but just listen. So I don't know if you're going to be able to hear the noise, but have a listen. That's so nice. All I can hear, some waves off to my right and birds just singing. Oh, it's just beautiful. But yeah, so it's 6:41. The noisiest thing around, and we're now on 9,000 steps for the day already. And yeah, this is what we're eyeing up now, look. Pilot's cottages and the windmill as well. But the sky is very, very flat. Not doing much for me, unfortunately. But yeah, what a spot. And here's the rest of the gang as well. There we are. So let's just embrace the sound of the birds. Well, made it down to Weybourne, just a few miles up to Sheringham, and found a little outlet pipe, and yeah, on the shingle now. Not planning on walking on this too far, but beautiful rusty colours coming out on this one here, look. So yeah, let's get the camera set up. Come right on top of the pipe now. Water's getting a bit close to my foot, but I'm sort of kneeling on the water's edge here. But yeah, same sort of setup. I've had to drop in the hard grad now though, because the light was just getting a little bit too much to the soft. And yeah, it's just balancing out that sky really, really nicely. Hoping though, this is just going to show that pipe quite nicely on the frame. But yeah, we'll find out in a minute or two, I reckon. The water is so clear, it's really, really nice. And have a look down the beach. What a beautiful spot, eh? So in our quest for bacon, we've failed so far, but here we are. Have a check this out. Watch out for the tanks. It's a museum, so it's the Muckleburgh collection, which is here, and they do tank experience drives, all that sort, and yeah, they've got a real nice collection here as well. Always worth having a little check out. That's some nice bunkers. It's part of the old radar network at the far end of the site here as well. So yeah, always worth having a little nosy around. You can see one of the tanks right up there in the distance. I don't know if you're going to be able to make it out. Yeah, it's a cool site here. It's again, like I say, one of those places worth checking out. And yeah, rip around here, look. You can see all the tracks. Yeah, why the hell not, eh? You've got all that power to fill your boots. And you see some of the erosion here, look. So, this place here was so fortified during the Second World War. There's so many defences here and everything. And loads of them obviously sort of remain on the beach here. But yeah, so I think our plan now is to keep stomping along the salt house and see how we get on from there as well. We've got a fair bit of walking to do still, and some of it is going to be on the shingle, because that is pretty much what the beach is along here from now. Have a little look, you can see there. So yeah, it's going to be hard going a bit, but all part of the experience, isn't it? So just looking around, the light here is just pure blue sky. I mean, it's not doing any favours for me. It's certainly not my favourite conditions to be shooting in. You see the rest of the group, they're all just stomping away. And yes, this cloud's going to be coming in. It's like 9-10 o'clock, and then from there we should be able to start busting out some real nice long exposures. Here we are. Stumbled across a pillbox. Looks like a Second World War one. Really thick concrete on here. That'll take a few rounds. There you are, look. Little look in there. Smells a bit of wee in here. But yeah, it's come off its foundations a little bit. But you can see how thick the structure is on this. What a bit of kit, eh? So strong. But yeah, so I took a photo of that, and rather than the usual just boring you of setting the camera up every single time, I mean, I'm predicting this is going to be quite a long sort of episode vlog, because it's, you know what I mean, I just thought I'd just keep some of it shorter. But yeah, there you are. The sun is right behind us. I don't like shooting into the sun, so I'm not even considering that composition there. The sun's going to be making its way further out to my left throughout the day, but the cloud cover's meant to be coming in. It's going to be really favourable for if the cloud comes out and for some nice long exposure work. But yeah, this shingle, that'll keep you really fit. So yeah, good old bit of a stomp. And yeah, here we are. now, so we've passed Blakeney and we're now walking towards Morston is the next stop, and down here is very flat, but you get all these little pools of water, look, with all the grass around them, so it really adds something different to the shots here as well to what we've already had. We're now walking on these beautifully made paths as well. No more shingle, so for me. But yeah, I'm just shooting off a couple of nice compositions here, just dropping in a hard grad for the horizon with the cloud and polarizer just to help reflection on the glass, and just double checking on there now, and good to go. So yes, I'm going to get packed up now and start pushing further up the path. So we've probably done about, I think we've done about 15 kilometres, 16 kilometres so far. Still got a fair bit to go. Yeah, we've made good progress, but the first part was not massively photogenic. It was pretty flat skies. You can see now that's changed. But also, this area of the coastline is, I think it's a lot more to see. It's definitely, the aesthetic behind it is a lot nicer. But the cool thing is the Norfolk coastal path, as it's called, goes all the way from Hunstanton, I think, to Great Yarmouth, and or Hopton, I think, actually. And so I've now done another massive chunk of it. So yeah, I've done all the way from Sheringham to Munderley last year, the same day, and now the opposite way, Sheringham to Wells. So seeing all the cool bits. Hiya. But yeah, you can see pathways are really well made, good steps, good access. So you can see all the delights you get from being around here on the coast. But anyway, I'm going to catch up with the rest of the gang and get a bit of a move on. There we go. So we're now near Stiffkey, or Stuckey, as apparently it's maybe pronounced here. And we have a boat here called Mary Jane. So yeah, those who understand that one, that's a cool little boat. And yeah, it looks a bit sort of run down, and yeah, I've seen a few better days. But yeah, so I'm focusing on this boat straight in front of me here, and we've now been walking for 11 hours and 50 minutes. So yeah, we've been on a mission. 12 hours and 10 minutes we've been walking for. And yes, obviously maths is not my strong point when I'm tired. But yeah, so looking at this composition now, gone into portrait mode, try and get rid of some of the clutter from behind it, but also so I can pull some of the sky up as well. And with that, I've stuck on a 10 stop ND filter and a soft grad as well, just to pull in the cloud. Hopefully going to get some of the cloud movement within the shot as well. So just checking out. Yeah, we've got a little bit, but we can also up the exposure just a tad as well. So we'll do that. Rattling off the frame now, and we'll see what we get. Well, hello again. Yeah, I'm a bit done in. But yeah, we made it to Wells. Here we are. 3 hours early before sunrise, but I think that just means we can go to the pub and go get a pint of cider. I think I've earned that today, to be honest, because I feel a little bit done in, and I've broken my new boots, and I've walked a fair bit, and yeah, it's been pretty cool. But yeah, as I said, we're 3 hours early before sunset, and there wasn't a lot to photograph in the last sort of stretch. The best bit was definitely for me, I had to be back at Sheringham all around there, but there's little bits and pieces I've seen, a couple of nice boats, compositions and stuff, so yeah, all in it's been pretty cool. But yeah, I've had 2 pints of cider this year so far, and I think I'll be adding another one to that in a few minutes. But yeah, I'm gonna see what's sort of happening, and there's the rest of the gang there, and the rest of the gang are just coming from down the road down there, so it shouldn't be too long. Well, we made it to Wells, obviously. We made it to the pub, had my third cider of 2019, and we now have this beautiful thing happening. Absolutely stunning sunset. I wasn't going to walk up here because my feet are, well, I think they might be about 10 miles back along the coast somewhere, so yeah, I've sort of just crawled along the last mile and a half to get down to the beach. But yeah, I think it was worth it, and so I'm just waiting for the sun just to dip in behind the sandbank, right, well, the sand dunes right out the back there. Once it does that, I think we're going to get a really nice balanced exposure coming out, so we have a little look again. See that massive hot spot out there? That's 5 or 10 minutes. That's going to be dropping down really, really nicely. Tide's coming up really nice as well. Have a little look on the back there. You can see the tide is just creeping. You can see the tide is just creeping in really, really nicely there, where the water's just creeping up to where I'm standing as well. I am probably going to end up getting cut off, but I think I'm just going to have to grin and bear the pain just to climb over, because I really want this photo. I think this will work nice. And yeah, so I've gone for a 6-stop ND in there, 3-stop hard grad, and dropped in the polarizer just to bring out some of that colour in the cloud as well. And the really long exposure is really lending itself as well. It's just making that cloud move an absolute treat. So yeah, so once that cloud's dropped down, we're going to be getting something really, really nice. But I think I'm going to end up burning my eyeballs out at the moment, so I'm going to jump off here for a minute and see what happens in about 10-15. Just gone for final composition. Paul's just knocking down the footridge thing as well with his tripod, and yeah, I'm just 1 minute exposure, and I'm going to go and meet our ride, get back to the cars as well, and that's the end of the charity walk. So a few £100 raised for a nice charity, and yeah, just a really nice day out. So all in, good day.